What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Detail Dad. On today's episode, we got a good one for you guys. We're going to be playing around with this thing. This is a Kawasaki ZX12R. It's been lowered, it's been stretched, and for any of you bike guys out there, see those little pipes right there on the side. It's also been turboed. So this bike belongs to a buddy of mine, actually a really good friend of mine. We've been friends for a really long time. And I've actually done work to this bike in the past. However, the other day we had a little accident and we've got a little boo-boo on the headlight there. So we're going to be tackling that today. So that and more to come on this episode of Detail Dad. All right, let's get it. So as we said a little bit ago, this thing is a machine. 1200 cc's, lowered, stretched, turboed. Not to mention it's also been lightened. It's got carbon bits everywhere, lightened battery, all kinds of stuff. It's had the rear brakes removed. I believe it's had one of the front discs removed as well. Yeah, this thing's pretty bad. And it's going to be going up to Canada, I believe, in a few weeks, getting a ton of work done to it. And when it returns, will probably be one of the fastest motorcycles in the continental United States. So that's pretty impressive. It's looking a little worse for the wear right now. It's a little dirty. It has been with me before. This bike is coated. I did coat it myself. So it'll definitely be easy to clean once we get to that part, which we will be cleaning this today prior to doing the headlight restoration. As always, we're going to start every wash with a pre-rinse and then go straight to the wheels. Our weapon of choice, as always, when it comes to painted wheels is going to be the tried and true Meguiar's wheel brightener. The thing works wonders. You've got to be very careful when using this stuff, though, as it is an acidic wheel cleaner and can only be used on certain types of metals, particularly just metals that have been painted. You definitely don't want to use this stuff on like raw chrome or raw aluminum, as it will etch or damage the metal. So I'm being very careful and you know, really paying attention to where it is, and I'm spraying this stuff on wheels. Particularly, or usually when I'm working with this stuff, I'm wearing gloves and a respirator, but I'm home. It's a Sunday afternoon. This is just, I'm doing this for my buddy, and I just decided to take some video of it because this thing is such a machine. You know, we gotta hit her up with the foam bath. And then we get ahead and we pull out the katana of the detail world, which is the detail brush, and get into all the little cracks and crevices in here, making sure we don't miss any spots. we got a plastic bag there to cover up an oil breather, but other than that, my buddy really wasn't too worried about anything else getting wet. You're gonna notice as we go ahead and start cleaning the vehicle that I'm putting very, very little pressure on that microfiber towel. And you're seeing the water and soap just pretty much just roll off the vehicle. That's the ceramic coating doing its thing. A huge shout out to Optimum Polymer Technologies. I've been using their products for years and I'll continue to use them because they're great products. I've used them on my personal vehicles and many customer vehicles. I have nothing but a great experience, so check them out. We're just going to give it a quick rinse here before moving on to the drying portion. As always, whenever we dry, whether it be a vehicle, a motorcycle, an RV, we are always going to air dry it. That way we make sure that we're minimizing the amount of contact that we have with any of the painted surfaces on the vehicle. The less we touch it, the less likelihood we are of scratching it or marring the paint, putting love marks in it, etc. So minimize it. We use air. And then we'll follow up with a microfiber towel just to really pick up any residual water that might have been left over or blown out from any small cracks and crevices on the motorcycle. But once again, just trying to minimize the amount of times that microfiber towel touches that beautiful black paint. We'll be doing a video here very soon on that white Chevy 2500 that's just there in the background, which is actually my mobile detail setup. So for any of the mobile detail guys out there that are watching this right now, we'll have a video out very soon going through my entire setup and how it is that I run my business through that mobile detail van. Getting onto the other side of the bike here now. For any of my motorcycle people out here, if you look at the shifter on this side of the motorcycle, you notice it's a little different. Most motorcycles are 1 down, 5 up, which I believe this motorcycle is just straight 6 up. My buddy really uses this thing more for straight line performance than anything. So yeah, it just works better for him that way. All right, so we finally come to the portion of the headlight restoration. We've got quite a nice little scratch here on the headlight. So what we're going to be doing is going over this scratch, or really over the majority of the headlight, with a 2000 grit sandpaper, and then following that up with Meguiar's M105. We're going to see where that leaves us, and if we need any residual passes with 205, then we'll go ahead and follow up with that. That 105 is a polishing compound. 205 is a polish for the most part. So both great tried and true products from Meguiar's. You really can't go wrong with that combo. We're really not going for perfection. My buddy wants to save this headlight, really doesn't want to have to replace it. So I really don't want to make it look 100%, because then we know we're not going to do the other headlight, just to minimize the amount of the factory coating that's on the headlight, which is obviously the best coating that you can get probably on the headlight. So but once we're done here, we're actually going to be putting another coat of the gloss coat on this headlight, just to help protect it and make sure that it doesn't fade or turn yellow or anything like that on us. You're going to see here that I wound up getting some tape residue on the headlight when I was polishing it, which is fine. That's going to happen to you. Not a big deal. Just get it off there with some quick detailer, and we're going to go ahead and continue polishing out the headlight. And as you'll see here, for the most part, most of the sanding marks are gone. And we have a beautiful headlight, which has, you know, the majority of the defects taken out of it. We're going to go ahead and do one more pass after this said pass, and we will be done. And the headlight looks fantastic. So there it is. Headlight looks great. The majority of the defect has been removed from the headlight, which is exactly what we wanted. So but we've gotten to that point that we got a big reveal coming at us now. So before we move on, if you like what you saw today, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification icon so you get notified anytime we have new content. Thank you for stopping by Detail Dad, and we'll see you next time.